All right, guys. So this is day one of the small account challenge, and today I can start off by telling you that it is nothing that looks interesting on the leading gappers this morning. This is too cheap. This is a test stock. NEPT too cheap. Plus, I won't be getting margin on this stock, and YPF no too expensive. So this is what you have going into the leading cappers. LGMK. I looked at it, but the reality is, guys, it is below VWAP right now. It's kind of it hit this move here. The high of day will be roughly around $2.60. It's below VWAP, and I won't be able to utilize margin on this trade. This is consistently fading down. Even if you was to find like an opportunity, I only can generate LGMK. I only can generate by pressing shift one. I only can generate 298 shares, which is not bad. But in my idea, I want to be able to utilize the margin as much as possible. I don't want to. I don't want to be able to take like 100 to 200 shares like in NEPT, which is the leading gapper. And I press shift one. I could take 500 some shares out here, but one thing I know is going to be stacked. It's going to be stacked as sellers. Right now, you have a 1,400 seller, 5,200 seller at 117. It's not easy to borrow. That's okay, but it's going to be stacked as sellers, and ideally, it's below my $3 minimum range. So I just don't know about that one, guys. It is I like it because it's the leading gapper, but it's just too cheap. And then we going down the list, and we just see, this is the test stock. This is too cheap, too cheap. You know, no volume, and it's too expensive. So it's just LGMK is next on the list, but it's just, I just don't. Oh, my bad about that, guys. I just don't know about LGMK because, like I said, it gave you this nice move. I guess the proper entry was somewhere down here. But although it couldn't, that would have been a nice pullback entry right down there. But although it didn't, this took you. It broke VWAP slightly there after the pullback, and then it kind of faded down. So hit a high of 230, and then it kind of faded down, and then it's now below VWAP. The largest volume is green. However, until they get above VWAP, it's not really that much interesting to me. We do have a pivot point of 249 just for the break of 250. I just With this one, I could take about 300 shares on it. So just it's that's that. Just I prefer to find something a little above five, but we just don't have anything that's in the vicinity of five. We have GDC. Let's take a look at GDC. GDC. Okay, we have, let me switch from GDC, guys. CUEN. CDN is just became the leading gapper. We have, this is clearly a reverse split. We had a move all the way up to 22 and then it kind of fade down. Let's look at the intraday chart. Let's switch this out. Switch this out right here because this is looking like a support back. CUEN. It's 40. So watching this put a break on 40. So look at this dip right here. Look at that seller. This is a micro pullback from 283. You only can get around 217 shares on it. Watching this thing fade here. Looking for any signs of strengthness right now. Watching this kind of pull back, this kind of spiral straight up here. We have a high of 340. We have stacks of sellers though. Psychological level to me is $2.50 for support. Taking a loan there. It didn't feel me. Watching this dip again as it pulled back here. Taking, it wouldn't let me. 236. I wanted to try to dip below the 200. I'm gonna let this pull back a little bit to see if we can get a move back above that level. We kind of dip below 250, so the psychological range. So you can see this thing is starting to pull back here. Watch as it tap VWAP so I can get 269 shares. That's the fade towards 2. It didn't let me take that. Boom, I took it at 2. I got 207. Watching it move back towards 220. All right, I'm out right there. That's my hands off. That's my one trade, guys, for the day. I caught a terrific move of CUEN. I bought a bottom bounce. I wanted to show you guys here. Oh no, I don't know why I had a hockey set up over there. So I caught a bottom bounce of Cruel. And as this thing started to pull down here, this is when I got in. My average price was 207. As you can see, that it's starting to give you that same momentum. It faded down. I wanted to get the initial pop back over $3 as it went to 350. I couldn't get in. I couldn't get filled. As you can see here, they would not fill my order. So I tried it twice and it was rejected. It was rejected at 217. It was rejected at 234. And then I tried to buy again at 290 for the retest of $3. And it hit a high here of $3.40, $3.50. So it bounced to a low of, let me see, let me get this, to 276 right here. And then I tried to buy as momentum started to come up around $2.90. It didn't feel me, rejected, and it hit a high of 250 and then it faded. I bought the bottom bounce at $2. It faded from 340 to 190, 195. When I start to see momentum start to come back in, I bought a bounce at 207. My field was at 207. I bought at 207. I was filled at 213. I had 269 shares and I sold the whole position at 227. So I sold everything at 227 and I generate $53, $52 and profit. And that is okay because what happens is now my buying power goes from 700, right? From 700 to roughly 746. I got $5.90 as commission, and then we have a little more buying power for tomorrow. So one trade a day, that's the small account way. I'm gonna shut it down and I'm gonna come back tomorrow to see if we get a great opportunity. I didn't really see anything pre-market that even looked interesting. The lead in Gapper was a test stock, and then this came up around like 8:30, 8:30ish, and then that's when I pulled it up. So I definitely be at it first thing tomorrow, and I'm going to take what I have and walk away, and I'll be back in the market first thing tomorrow. Trade or die.